Hello everyone and good day. Dan Manson here, that's right, Dan the man with the plan is here to stay. And today we're gonna just be talking about Street Fighter 6 some more because I'm kind of in that Street Fighter mood and I've just been playing the demo all week, well not all weekend. I've been playing the demo a lot lately though, nonetheless. And I have quite a few things I want to say about it because this is my first time actually touching Street Fighter 6 and being able to play the game in the first place. So I want to start things off by saying Street Fighter 6 is an amazingly fun game. It's really fun, it's enjoyable, and I do want to quickly just point out the controls. The classic controls are perfect. I love them, they're fun. It's the modern controls that kind of shake me up a little bit because I'm here thinking about like the easier combos you're able to pull off and stuff, which I'm not completely against. I'm not against the fact that it's easy to pull off some combos, especially for like beginners and stuff. It's just I have questions on how the modern controls are going to affect the future of the game and how many people are going to stick with classic, how many people would just stick with modern and make their way as high up as they can. And I wonder if that'll play into like tournaments in the future, like if there's going to be a rule that you can only use classic controls, and would that hinder people with modern controls from playing the game in general. I also want to point out this demo, we only get two characters, Luke and Ryu. Me, I've never really been much of a Ryu player. It's just who I've been. I've never really had much interest in playing Ryu. But Luke, however, with him being a character I've wanted to get into a little bit lately, like not since he came out, because when he came out I wasn't interested in him at all. But as of late, I don't know, I feel like I'm starting to like him a little bit. And I've learned a few things about him and his difference from the Street Fighter V variant of him, which is his combo routes. His combo routes are not the same entirely in Street Fighter V and Street Fighter 6. And I'm not talking about like his full combo potential with the accessibility of the drive rush and drive mechanics versus the V-trigger stuff. No, I'm talking about like in neutral. Without any of the extra mechanics, his combos are different. For example, Luke can do his light punch, medium punch, heavy punch, and in Street Fighter V that would be the end of the combo. But in Street Fighter 6 you can cancel it into his projectile or into his DP, which absolutely incredible. It's just a little bit of extra damage. It's not much, it's not something absolutely insane, but it does increase the amount of combos. And that makes me question a lot of things about how the combos are going to work in the future. After finding out how to technically, quote unquote, train with the characters in the game, I got to spend a lot more time with Luke, learn more combos involving the drive rush mechanic. I've started to use the drive impact a little bit more. I'm not used to it yet. I keep forgetting that it's in the game sometimes, which is kind of terrible considering how much of a core mechanic it is to the game. But I'm using it nonetheless. And am I able to pull off a combo afterwards? Not all the time, because sometimes I'll forget, wait, what combo can I do here? What combo starter should I start with? And stuff like that. So yeah, the computer. I have never really fought the computer in Street Fighter V. I just never sat down and thought of doing it. In fact, I still haven't played arcade mode in Street Fighter V, which is something I'm going to do soon. But when it comes to the computer, I haven't been able to fight extremely high level computers in Street Fighter V because it just wasn't good. But in Street Fighter 6, since that's pretty much almost the only thing you can do in the demo, I have been fighting the computer a lot. I fought the level 4 computer and was struggling a little bit, but over the course of the weekend, I've now pulled all the way up to fighting a level 7 computer on even footing. So either I've understood how the computer works and have found a way to counter the computer very well, or my neutral has increased and I've gotten better in neutral, which you can be the judge of that because I have the footage of me playing against the computer in the background. I'm only playing Luke. I haven't touched Ryu yet, mostly because I really want to learn Luke. I guess it's because I think Luke is going to actually be my main when it comes down to it. I'm not certain. But yeah, so there's a lot of stuff that there is to talk about and I do want to try to break it into sections, and I've just been all over the place to start, but I do want to let's do controls right now. So as I mentioned before, modern controls are a little finicky and stuff, and I don't know how they're going to develop in the future of this. But there are a few things that I have questions about, like, since you don't have complete freedom over your moves, your moveset is completely limited because you only have light, medium, and heavy. You don't get to determine whether it's a punch, a kick, or the other, you know? You kind of just have to deal with whatever the game gives you, which limits your freedom in a sense. And then there's the special button, which only gives you access to your specials through the triangle button, and cancels are probably going to work perfectly fine. I haven't had a chance to really test that out with the modern controls because I don't want to try out the modern controls in the computer fight. I kind of just want to get good at the classic since that's what I'm used to. And with the modern controls, since you're so limited, you are probably, odds are, not going to get a good combo game in modern. You'll get your basic combos, yes. It's great for if you're completely playing the game casually and you have no interest in learning the core game. You just want to play the characters, play the game, and have fun. If you do that with other people that are at the exact same like mind as you and they just want to have fun, then yeah, you'll have a great time with modern controls. You won't really have to worry about getting super upset over losing over and over again because you're fighting competitive players. No, you're going to have a lot of fun because you're just playing for fun with modern controls. It's the second that you step into fighting people online and ranked and stuff, and they start using the classic controls, that you start realizing, what is this person doing? How's he getting all these amazing combos off on me? And what am I to do to counter it? So oftentimes you'll want to start delving deeper into the game, which is what I believe the true intent of the modern controls are, is to get you to taste the possibility of the game, and then for yourself go into classic and then start learning how to play the game with the classic controls, which does kind of suck because if you get too used to the modern controls, you will eventually develop habits through the modern controls, and when it comes to the classic controls, you're gonna forget all of that, especially considering how Drive Impact and Drive Rush, or not Drive Impact, Drive Impact and the parry are on R1 and R2 compared to L1 and L2 on classic. So that right there can get you mixed up a lot. In the few games I played modern controls, I noticed that but a lot of the options that they gave me for the modern controls, like the buttons that I can press and so on and so forth, with those options, they kind of limit what you can do out of them. So like, since, for example, with the Luke modern controls, and I only say this because in World Tour, you're given Luke's combat style automatically. Your light button is the light auto combo. Your medium button is the medium auto combo, I guess you could call it. Pretty much light is the light, medium, heavy punches, and medium is your strictly medium punches. And with the medium punches, you can't really act out of that in any way, shape, or form. And with the light, medium, heavy one, you can only do something at the end of the combo. And since for heavy, they gave you the kick, the little knee that you can't act out of or drive, rush, or anything with, it leaves you to think how you're going to be able to cancel into drive rush with a lot of them. And since you're unable to cancel in a drive rush, that leaves you with the question of, how can I extend my combos? Yes, there's creative ways to deal with the extension of combos, because then you have the ability to drive rush out of your parry, which helps a lot with the combos, believe it or not. I've actually learned one of the combos that you can do by doing that when I was just in training mode messing around, and I was like, hey wait, I wonder if you can incorporate the parry drive rush into any combo. And then after I launched someone up really high with Luke, I'm like, hey, I wonder. And long story short, yeah. But so the thing is, I don't think you'll have full range of the drive gauge when you're playing on modern controls. You'll have to deal with the classic controls in order to get the full advantages of the drive gauge. Yes, you can still use the drive gauge to EX your moves probably, I'm not sure. But you can definitely use it to still parry and drive impact and stuff like that. So it's not completely disadvantageous, it's just a huge setback in that sense. So in a sense, it is balanced out between classic and modern controls. Don't get me started on dynamic controls. I played it once. I hate those controls. Those controls are stupid, but I still think it would be fun if like everyone's playing with dynamic controls, and it would be kind of funny to see how everyone is suffering the same way. All right, next I want to talk about the character challenges, I believe is what they were called. The tutorial, the character guides. I want to talk about the character guides and how I really like them. So with the character guides, they give you the option on which controller style you want to play. So that way, if you're learning the game for the first time and you're using modern controls, you can use the modern controls to learn how to play the character. Or if you want to delve into the classic controls, you can use the classic controls to get to learn how to play the character. And in certain parts of the tutorial, it's pretty much all text and you're just reading. But one thing that they do is they show you in some parts of the guide how your character is going to act in certain things, and sometimes they'll give you examples on how you want to combo into a certain move. However, not only do they give you that, but they give you a button that you can press. Essentially, for the PlayStation console, it's going to be like the touchpad thing, and once you press that, you're able to have free reign over the character, and you're able to try out the move for yourself, the input, to see if you can get the input off, which would, for some characters, be the double quarter circle forward, double quarter circle back inputs for the moves. And of course, after you land it, they say, hey, great job, you did it. And then they just bring you right back to neutral. They don't force the text to pop up back on screen. They give you a free chance to just practice doing the input over and over again until you're able to feel comfortable with it. Then you just press the button again, and then it goes right back into the text and showing you an example of doing a move. And it's great because they show you not only that you can do the move, but like not only do they give you the chance to practice doing the move, but since they show you an example of how you can combo into the move sometimes, it gives you that opportunity to learn that combo for yourself. Even if it's just 2 hits into the super, it's something, right? You can get that hit confirmed if you can react to it better. And yeah, the character guides, I think, are one of my favorite things about the game because it does indeed teach you everything. Like I said in the reaction video, it does actually go through how you're going to want to play the character, as well as how each of the moves work when you want to optimize using those moves in which situations, as well as finally showing you how the specials work and how you can combo into them and so on and so forth. Next, I want to bring up the special matches, extreme battles. They're a lot of fun, and that's all they are. They're just a lot of fun to have with your friends, and if you don't have any friends, with yourself, like I've been playing this game mode a lot by myself, and it's kind of tricky, honestly, getting used to the mechanics of an extreme battle with all the special rules that they have in it, like the bull. You can hit the bull and have it turn around and continue like your combo, essentially, if you get the timing on things right. And yeah, it's crazy. It's a lot of fun though, and it at least gives you a new stage to fight on, other than the Cherry Blossom stage, because I'm not touching the training mode stage for my fights. I don't really like fighting in the training room. It's just a me thing. Nothing against people that do, but please give me some variety to the stage. I'm just saying. Now, if you were to ask me who is the better character in this demo, I can't tell you because I still haven't played Ryu, but from what I've seen, I'd probably say Ryu's the better character. They're both about the same level of use, but once you start mastering the characters, I think Ryu has a lot more depth to him, from what I've seen so far, that is, because I haven't seen too much with Luke with the way I've played him, and I haven't seen too many people play Luke online to know what his potential is. But from what I've seen, Ryu has the better combo potential. He has the better damage in the end. And yeah, so I would say Ryu is probably the better character out of the two for right now. Unless I can find something crazy with Luke. If I can find something crazy with Luke, then yeah, I'll put Luke above Ryu. But Ryu, from what I've seen, definitely the better character. And yeah, parries, drive impact, all that stuff I've been trying to get better at using. I think there's one fight I did where I was parrying crazily and I was like doing so good with the parries and everything. But I do want to say, playing Street Fighter 6 has definitely increased my reaction time, or made my reaction time a lot better, not increased it, because if you increase your reaction time, that means it's worse. If you lessen your reaction time, it's better. But yeah, I have a better reaction time now than I did before. And I think it's because there's a lot less things to think about. Because like in Street Fighter 5, you're thinking about your V skill, your V trigger, what action they can do out of V trigger, their V shift, their V reversal, which you still have something similar to the V reversal and the V shift. The V shift being the parry and the V reversal being the drive reversal or something like that. I forgot what they called it because I haven't really used it at all. And I just remembered that I haven't been using that at all. So I could be using that a lot to, be better at the game. But yes, using drive reversal and the drive impact more often is something that I need to work on. And once I get that all settled out, I feel like I'm going to also improve once again at the game. And who knows, maybe my reactions will be a lot better too. Perfect parrying is really tight, and I love that because that means you can't just easily get perfect parry every time. Perfect parry is probably the best way to counter your opponent because then you can just act right out of it. You get a few seconds to think about what you want to do in the situation you're in. For example, you perfect parry someone that's jumping in at you, DP, or use a different anti-air combo or something. If you parry someone on the ground, you can judge how much space you have between them and then determine what you want to do from there. And yeah, like I said, I've been playing mostly Street Fighter 6, except for one day when I was completely out of town all day. Thought I'd be home a lot earlier, but I ended up staying later. And it was a lot of fun though. But I did end up coming home and playing Street Fighter 6 for like a couple hours the next day because busy weekend. Yeah, love the weekend. Love how busy it can be. Didn't even have time to record this video, so I'm recording it literally Monday morning before I go to work. So that's always fun. But it doesn't matter because I'm having a lot of fun with Street Fighter 6. I'm having a lot of fun with Street Fighter in general. And I do plan on doing arcade mode for Street Fighter 5 soon to at least give it a proper send-off, so that way I can at least say I've played the arcade mode in Street Fighter 5, which also incorporates the previous arcade modes from other Street Fighter games. And yeah, I just want to say thank you all for watching today's video. That's all I really have to say about the demo and my thoughts on Street Fighter 6 for right now. There's still a lot of things that I still do need to talk about when it comes to Street Fighter 6, but I might save that for like a Street Fighter 6 review when the game comes out, because then at that point I'll have access to every character, I'll have access to every stage. Oh my gosh, every song. Okay, real quick, I love the music in Street Fighter 6. That's why I have the Street Fighter 6 music in the background of this video. And if I don't, it's because they claimed the video, so I had to change the song to something else. But it's Street Fighter 6 it's planned to be Street Fighter. Anyways, I love the music, but I hear a lot of people don't like the music for some reason. I don't know what it is. I love the music. Me personally, I love it. I'm a huge fan of it. And yeah, I'm getting completely off topic. I'm gonna save a lot of this stuff for the full review for Street Fighter 6. And yeah, thank you all for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. It's a short video. Well, not really short because it's like 20 minutes long, but it's a video about Street Fighter, and I hope you all enjoy Street Fighter because it's coming out and it's going to be a big focus on the channel once it does. So I'll be better by the time it comes out though, because I'll be practicing a lot. But yeah, thank you all for watching the video. Yeah, with all that being said, I hope you all have a great day. Have a fantastic week. And remember, may your heart be your guiding key.